Good morning. Today we are going to be working on project 7. This is actually for film and video. We're going to set up a little banner that goes down onto the bottom of the screen as the video is playing, and it's called a lower thirds. So the first thing we're going to do is when we open a new document, we're going to go to film and video, and then we want to go to the UHD TV 4K. UHD TV 4K. And then we have that. Let's actually see if there's another one here. We're looking for 3840 pixels by 2160. Is that it? 2160. Okay, yeah, that's it right. 3840 by 2160. I got it. Settings are over here, which will all keep the same except for background contents because this is going to be on video. We're just going to have this on a black background. And we'll go ahead and title this lower thirds. And all the other settings should stay the same. And then we'll go ahead and hit create. Film and video, because it's being, it's a digital file, having the resolution at 72 is no problem. We're not printing this. We need it low res for file size. The lower the resolution, the lower the file size. So that's what we want. Okay. So the other thing I want to do is in the previous video, we had our guides turned off. So I want to show our guides right now. So if we go to view, show, and then guides, we get these guides that pop open. And so these are kind of like safe zones. The outermost lines are called the safe zone. And then the inner guides, those are set up for like all the font. It's like a title safe area. So if you want any lettering to not bleed off the edge of the video, they have to fall within these inside lines. Okay, with these lines open, I want to lock these guides. So, because right now, if I click, we can move them, and I don't want to do that. So I want to be able to lock them. So we'll go to View, Guides, and then Lock Guides, or Alt Control Plus. Alt Control semicolon. Now those are locked. If I try and grab them, they're not going to. In the layers here, you can see we have one layer, background layer, and it's locked, which is great. Okay, with this setup, we can go ahead and make another move. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the vector shapes. So down here, default is the triangle tool. And these aren't raster images. These aren't made of pixels. These are like mathematical lines that are made. And so when we zoom in, it will be nice and crisp. Single click on the page, we get our create rectangle dialog box, which gives us radii as well. And so the width on this is going to be set to 1000 and the height set to 300. Corner radius, we are going to have the corner radius on the top left, bottom left, and top right. We're going to leave those at 10 pixels. But the bottom right corner radius, we want to increase to 300. So it's going to go all the way to the top of the rectangle. You can see that, there's a little slider that if I'm holding my my mouse button and I'm dragging, And everything's moving at the same time. And that's because I have this little lock on. So let's just set everything to 10 again. Which turns everything to 10. But if I turn this lock off, so it's unlinked, there, now it's not linked, then I can take that and we'll take that one to 300. And it just turns that one. And then we'll hit OK. So it does create a white, because my fill is defaulted to white, both fill and stroke. You can see in the properties panel, we have it under appearance here, but also up on top in the menu bar, options bar, we have it up here too. And this is going to be for print shop. So this is going to be a little like a lower thirds banner that you can put into your how-to video. And so I want to turn it into some of those colors, use some of those colors. So what I want to do is we'll do, and I'll let you choose the color you want. But for me, I want to do like a hot pink. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to choose hot pink, magenta, aka magenta. And the outline, I'll just keep it white, and I'll just increase the pixel size. And I'm clicking on it, and then I'm just using my mouse wheel to increase the size. And 25 pixels. Let's see. I didn't make that action. Okay. Let's do a cyan. And then we're going to increase to 25 pixels. All right. There we go. Looks like the 80s. Let's see here. The other thing I want to do, if we check this, we could set the outline to either center, inside, or outside. And I like the outside. It makes, the entire fill of that show, and then the outline just be on the outside. So that works for me for now. The last thing we're going to do in this video is I want this banner to string across from, let's call this 2/3 or 3/4 of the way across. Maybe not quite that far, maybe about that far, and then going all the way over to the side. And, I could have made it that size just from the start, but then I wouldn't be able to show you the direct selection tool. So similar to Illustrator, we can grab our direct select tool. We want to just grab, this set of anchor points. So if I'm going to click and drag, you can see that these are highlighted blue and those are white. So these are not selected, these are selected. So I could take them and move them around. I'm just going to take those, drag them to the left. If I hold shift, then it constrains to either, I guess constrains so it goes straight across, and I'll go all the way to the edge. There we go. That's looking like something. Set yours up. And at this point, last step, we'll just name this layer lower thirds. Save this video, and then we'll pick up from here.